Just after 7 o'clock, you're live on News at Prime. It's a pleasure to have you with us tonight. I'm Kathy Motlahlana. Plenty to get to in the next hour. Let's begin here. EFF leader Julius Malema is accusing the ANC of fabricating false stories of gender-based violence against him. He's now suing ANC MP Boy Mamabolo for R1 million after Mamabolo alleged that Malema has been abusing his wife. Malema, while dismissing the claims, threw a spanner in the works and instead turned his attention to President Cyril Ramaphosa, accusing him of having assaulted his first wife. Our reporter Athi Mtongana is on the stairs of Parliament. She joins me now tonight. Let's try and make sense of all of this. Athi, some of the scenes that we're seeing highly condemned by other MPs tonight, and as far as the level of conversation and the use of gender-based violence as a political tool. I wonder, what did these MPs have to say for themselves when they left the chambers today?
Well, of course, Kathy, EFF leader Julius Malema rushing out after he was kicked out. Of course, remember, he engaged in that gender-based violence debate, and shortly after that, he was asked to leave the House. And so when he left, members of the media tried to go after him, to really try to get reaction from him. But of course, he had left before members of the media were able to get hold of him. But I'm not alone, Kathy. I have with me Delisile Ngwenya from the EFF, who's going to help us unpack this whole issue around gender-based violence, because it has now taken center stage at the SONA debate, with MPs, of course, accusations coming in that Julius Malema is abusing his wife, and also Julius Malema hitting back, saying that President Cyril Ramaphosa is also someone who has been reported to have abused his ex-late wife. But now I want to get a sense right now from the economic freedom fighters, because there is a discussion currently going on in the country about how the gender-based violence issue has been used inside Parliament as a political tool to score some political points.
Yes, Athi, it is very disappointing that an ANC MP came out with all these allegations that CIC Julius Malema is abusing his wife, and we are very happy that CIC decided to take this to court. Then it will be proven in court with a judge that is neutral, and this ANC MP will have to bring proof to the fact that CIC has been beating up his wife. We know for a fact that it is a stunt, trying to put the name of our CIC in the mud, and he's trying to score political points. But the truth will surface, and we're very proud of our CIC, because this is not the first time he's coming up to say, I have never beaten my wife. For that matter, I've never beaten any other woman. So we are challenging them, for that matter, to come up and say we have never done that, as the men in MP ANC members, to say we have never done anything like that. It's not the first time. He's done that in 2018, CIC. He has stood in the podium and challenged the MPs to say, whoever has never hit his wife, his girlfriend, raise your hands. That is a sign of being not guilty of whatever he's been alleged of.
But now the nation is, of course, discussing this issue around gender-based violence and saying that how disappointed the nation is that gender-based violence, and now victims who are watching all of this happen, saying that it seems as though the politicians inside are really not taking the issue around gender-based violence seriously by, of course, trying to prove points that they are not abusers or they have never been involved in issues around gender-based violence. But what do you have to say to that element now? Because a lot of South Africans are disappointed at this issue.
Well, as a woman in a leadership position within the EFF, I actually feel that it was a very good thing for the CIC to come up and say that, because it's good for men to call each other out, to say, every man who has been abusing women, come out and say it. Every man who has not been abusing women, come out and say it. Then in that way, it shows that we have men who are prepared to stand up and protect women, because for the fact that he has never done anything like that, he is proud of that, and we are proud of that as well, that we still have men like him in this country where GBV is a national crisis, but we still have men like CIC who are willing to stand up in a public podium and say, I've never done that. And it is good for men to call each other out, so that everyone who does that must be called to order and must be exposed.
So Now, Julius Malema has said that he will be suing the ANC MP Boy, but what happens then if, say, the president now also tries to take legal action against his accusations and his allegations of the president allegedly abusing his late ex-wife?
Well, CIC did not fumble in saying that he has proof. He said it clearly that even the former president, Jacob Zuma, does know about that. The late wife of the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, actually approached Jacob Zuma and told him about this. So CIC has proof. Unlike this Boy Mamabolo guy, he has no proof of what he is saying. So if CIC is called to court, he has proof. He will state his proof. He will come up with evidence. So we are not bothered about that at all.
All right, thank you very much, Newzroom Ngwenya from the EFF. That's where we have to leave it with you. Thank you so much for your time. But of course, Kathy, the EFF not shaken and standing firm in their view that President Cyril Ramaphosa is someone who has been implicated in reports where he has allegedly abused his late ex-wife. We are also awaiting confirmation, of course, from the ANC to respond to these allegations by the economic freedom fighter leader Julius Malema, who has now taken legal action, of course, against ANC MP Mamabolo.
Athi Mtongana, we're going to leave it there for tonight. One certainly gets a sense that regardless of which way you look at it, nobody comes out of this particular one looking clean. It's a muddy affair.